The funny thing is that this video was originally just meant to be celebrating 4K subs, but in the time working on this, and also my next video, I hit 5K subs as well, so I decided to make this a video celebrating both. The quick growth is mainly due to the recent Drakengard video, which succeeded my expectations in terms of success. I genuinely was not expecting it to reach 64k views. In fact, as of right now, if you search Drakengard on YouTube, my video is the first thing to come up. It's just funny to me that out of every game I've covered on my channel, Drakengard ended up being the most successful. Despite being probably the most niche game I've talked about. But I guess the niche part of it has an appeal too. Anyway, I am insanely grateful and thankful to everyone who watched that video, enjoyed it, commented on it, and subscribed for future content. It really does mean a lot at the end of the day. I don't know if future videos of mine will be as successful, it might just be a fluke, but I still appreciate all of the people who watched that video. I also usually do a bit of a Q&A when I reach these celebration videos, so let's do another one. Luke Skywalker II asks, do you think that the video game industry has almost rivaled the novel/literature industry in terms of its immersion because of its inherent interactivity, especially in the unique way of actually being in control of the character you go on the story with? I would say yes, overall. I mean, in terms of quality, I don't think video game scripts or stories are quite on the level of novels yet, but I think they have the potential to be, and will probably reach it at some point. In terms of immersion though, yes, video games easily have it beat. They're the most immersive medium out there. There's nothing more immersive than actually being in the action yourself. Everything Will Surely Be Alright asks, what are your favorite games of all time? I've technically answered this before, but I'll do a top 5. My top 5 games would probably be Bloodborne, Doom Eternal, Metal Gear Solid, Alan Wake, and Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne. I have videos on 4 of those games, but I haven't talked about Bloodborne yet. I really need to get around to doing that. Jika's Foundry of Anything asks, have you heard about the mobile version of Drakengard 1? No, actually, not until reading this comment. I looked into it, and it seems like Drakengard if it was in the style of Streets of Rage. I don't know if this is any better than the actual PS2 version, but it's Drakengard. It has 16-bit remixes of the soundtrack to drive you more insane. I'm probably going to butcher your name, so apologies. Elijah Quayle asks, what is your favorite color? Purple. Giovanni Hassan asks, is it true that you have no life? If so, how's life beyond death? Well, some of the guys and girls up here in Purgatory can be annoying, but at the end of the day I get to play video games as much as I want up here, so it's not too bad. Razzie MP on Twitter asks, if you could travel back in time to the moment you started making YouTube videos, what would you tell your younger self? Mainly I would tell my younger self how to actually properly edit and do videos, because I've gotten so much better at it now that things that would take me hours years ago, I can do in a few minutes now. My Doom 3 video is actually an example of this. All of the footage that you see in that video was recorded in December 2017. If I was to make that video now, I could probably make it in about a week at most. So I would mostly just like to have more knowledge at the start on how to do stuff. Any planned upgrades regarding your gear, VR perhaps? I really want to get a VR headset because I really want to play and do a video on Half-Life Alyx. But that's not really possible in terms of finances for me right now, so it's probably going to be a while before I can do a video on or even play that game, which kind of sucks. Anyway, that's all the questions I got this time. My next video will be on Resident Evil 1. I'll be covering both the 1996 original game and the 2002 remake. I really did enjoy doing the dual version game thing with the Splinter Cell Double Agent video. It's fun to talk about 2 separate versions, or even multiple separate versions, of the same game, and how they handle different things when it comes to game design. So I'm looking forward to doing it with the Resident Evil video. And it should be out sometime next month, but as anyone who's been on my channel for a long time knows, I'm terrible when it comes to release dates. Videos are always constantly getting delayed, and sometimes it's due to factors out of my control, but other times it's just me being incompetent or procrastinating things for too long. Either way, that will be my next video and I hope you'll enjoy it. Until then, I'll see you around.